Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. All right, guys, your boy Jay Jackson is here, man. And I have another amazing client success story that I want to share with y'all. My man Kataka, he's inside our coaching program. I would call him a rising star, but he's been in the program like 8 months or so, and he's been crushing. I like to call him Mr. Consistent because he may not always be super active in the community, but everybody know about him. Everybody continues to see him showing up on the group coaching calls, and he's like a true member of the Lions Den. And I appreciate you taking out the time to jump on the call with me today, man. How you feeling, Kataka?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Yourself? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And so, we're going to dive right into it. I don't want to have none of the fluff. A lot of times people hear all about the wins, the victories, the successes, and which you've had amazing success thus far inside the coaching program, which I'm super proud of you about. But I want to start with your backstory, man. Like before you joined the coaching program, what was life like, before you started getting results? Like let's start there. Like with your weight loss journey.
Well, with me, in high school, I was a thin guy. So I'm 6'1". I got a little height on me.
Yeah.
And after high school, I started getting what's called that little man weight. Get a little bigger. And I'm in law enforcement. So when I came on the job, you sit down in that squad car, you start picking up more weight. And I kind of got by with it because of my height. And then it just got to a point where I needed help. I thought I was working out, thought I was eating right. And I went to the doctor and he said, hey, you need to start working out and eating right. I'm telling myself, I am. But, obviously it wasn't working. So that's what made me reach out to you.
Yeah, I noticed that everybody has that moment that wakes them up and open their eyes and they're like, okay, it's time to make a change. Was it when you went to the doctor, or did you start noticing other concerns and things showing up in your life before you went to the doctor?
The doctor was the last straw. It was one of those things where, you say you want to do something, but are you really putting in the work to do it? So I had to have a conversation with myself. Okay, I want to lose weight. It sounds good, but are you doing what you need to do? And once I figured out that I couldn't do it on my own, I couldn't do it. I said, you know what? I'm at this spot now. I can't do it on my own. And then I was seeing your videos keep popping up. I said, let me reach out, to this gentleman and see what he says.
Yeah. That's awesome. And before we dive into that part of it, when you reached out, had you tried certain things out, like maybe trainers or supplements? What type of things did you try that led you up to the point where you're like, man, I can't do this by myself?
I tried a couple other online coaches, and it was like, okay, this what you eat, that's it. There wasn't really no interaction. Like this program was totally different. It was like you're on your own. So, and even then, I didn't stick to it, and I realized at that time, my mind wasn't there yet. Like, again, I said I wanted to do it, but then it was time to do it. I was like, back and forth with it. Yeah. So I didn't fully commit. Right. So when I reached out to you, then you start asking me questions. I'm like, okay, here we go. Now I can't be double dutching now. Okay, am I going to do it or am I not going to do it? Right. And then once you accept me in the program, now I got to do it. It's either sink or swim. So I'm like, I got to put everything into it now and see what happens.
Yeah, I like that, man. Because A lot of people feel like their first go round they hit home runs, man. But I think we all go through our journey, which even myself, I've had at this point probably 8 or 9 different business coaches. And it wasn't until I have the one that I have right now is when my business just started taking off for me, man. I had just so much more clarity. Um, I know how what you said earlier, you saw me on Instagram, which a lot of people find me on IG. What was it that you saw from me versus all the other, trainers, nutritionists, and it's all different types of things out there that made you want to pull the trigger?
Your motto was that big ass stomach. Most of us guys, we got that big stomach. He kept saying, I'm like, yeah, So it's like, you know what? I got a big ass stomach, so let me try it out and see how it works. You know,
Right,
I have nothing to lose.
right. I got so I great. So you was my ideal client. You heard it. You heard the big ass stomach, and you're like, he talking directly to me. Well,
So right. Mm-hmm.
did you have any like sometimes when people are getting ready to invest, financially in something, in coaching or a product or whatever it is, did you have any concerns leading up to joining with me? Like, were any thoughts going through your mind? Like, man, I hope it has this, or I hope he's not like this.
I don't really have a concern with you. Once you set me in the program and you
Yeah.
gave me the game plan, now I'm saying to myself, okay, I gotta execute. There's no
Mhm.
excuse now. This is what you asked for. This is what he gave you. So now it's time to invest in me. You invest in everything else now. Now it's time to focus on you. So my concern was, okay, don't back out now. You're in it. Let's stick with it and let's see how it goes. In the beginning, it was a little difficult because of 25 years of bad habits,
Hmm.
I can't get it done in 25 days. So
Hmm.
that first week, that first month, it was a total adjustment. Grocery shopping, looking at labels, weighing. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
But I'm like, let's just stick to it and let's just see what happens.
Yeah. Uh, so like you just mentioned, the 25 years. What's your age as of today right now?
51.
51. I think you and Ann are the same age. But a lot of times people they think, and I was actually just talking to Christopher the other yesterday about this, and he was talking about if he waited till he got to his 50s or his late 40s, he was like, I don't know if I do it, you know. But you're 51. And so what made you make the decision to go ahead and say to yourself, man, this has to happen? Because I'm pretty sure there's other people out there who are in their late 40s and 50s, and they're like, man, I don't know, man. Do I even need to try? Is it too late for me? What was it for you that made you want to continue and push through?
It's funny you mentioned that what Chris said because I saw that. I'm like, and I get it. 'Cause he's a lot younger,
Yeah.
but you can't fall into that trap. I believe society now tries to dictate to tell you, oh, you got to finish school in 4 years, or you got to do this and that. It's never too late. There's
Yeah.
no deadline to when to start, And some people, like you said, everybody's situation is different. What if you have a mom who took care of the kids and all that? She never really had time to focus on her, so now she has time. Or the dad's going through other things. So I understood what he was saying, but I disagree with that. It's never too late to start bettering yourself, improving yourself. It's not. And even in the program, you got age from him all the way up to me. So
Yeah.
it's different, and everybody's crushing it. So don't look at it as it's too late to start. It's too late to start over. Too late to reinvent yourself. It's never too late. As long as you're alive, breathing,
Yeah.
you got time. Do it.
Well, why do you think some people feel that way though? Do you think that is it because you're still obviously you're motivated, you're pushing, you're still, determined to get results and be healthy. Do you have like family that drives you? Is it work that drives you to want to be in shape? What is it that drives you to want to be healthy and fit and take care of yourself still?
Just to be the best version of me, to give 100%. Some things that like I said earlier, sometimes you say you want to do it, but did you give your all to try to better yourself? So and it's a goal. I believe in life you have to have short-term goals, long-term goals, and I knew that weight was an issue for a while. So I said, okay, let me give 100% and let me see what happens. And now at 51, okay, now I see I can do it if you stay focused. And
Yeah.
then you mentioned about the Lions, then you got the community. Everybody's there.
Yeah.
It's a safe space. So if I got any issues, or if I need to get motivated some days, I'm looking at the thing. Hey, personal, everybody's really crushing it, men and women.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't lose. So I would tell anybody who's older is, like you said, don't compare yourself to the younger guys. Just
Hmm.
do your race, because with me, I was losing, a pound, two.
Yeah.
It was small, but I'm like, just let me keep my head down and just keep moving. Don't stop. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing, and then just worry about the results later.
Absolutely, man. I'm so proud of you. Every time I would see you check in, and I'm like, man, it ain't dropping fast, but he consistently showing up. He consistently knocks out the check-in for him. He consistently do his way in his progress photos. And I knew it was just a matter of time for you. You mentioned something though. You said the weight was the issue. Like in what ways was the weight an issue? Like how was it showing up in your life as an issue?
Well, this is something funny. So, being law enforcement, I
Mm,
know you seen some officers. I think some officers like, man, they just out of shape. And you say, now how you gonna protect and serve me when you looking like this? So that's one reason. And then just look at yourself and say, I know I could do better. I wasn't this way all my life. I
mm,
know how I looked before. So this needs to change.
mm,
This needs to I need to, do something different with myself, with my body. And why not do it now? And I didn't tell anybody. I
mm.
didn't tell anybody because I didn't want. I called negativity hate noise. I didn't want to hear that noise.
Right, right,
So when I signed up, I didn't tell nobody. Just I close personal people, and I just boom.
right.
And then once I started going, then comments, the tension, and hey, you losing. And I didn't say nothing about it. Like, I'm playing it off. Yeah, I ain't telling. I'm not, and I remember when your podcast before you were saying, to don't gatekeep.
Hmm.
And I agree with you, but certain people I do gatekeep because I know it's not coming from a good place. So
Hmm.
when I was heavier, when you were saying the little slide joke,
Hmm.
now I'm losing weight. Now you're trying to eat like me, do like me. I'm not gonna give you the game. Nah, I can't. I can't do that. Because I remember. I might not say anything, but I remember. So,
Yep.
but the people who really is concerned about losing weight and they're really serious about it, of course I'll tell them. But
Yeah.
other than that, nah, I'm not saying anything. You figure it out yourself. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
No.
I feel you on that.
You know what?
I don't
Listen,
have no problem with what you just
right,
said
right,
because
right.
you go have your haters, you go have your doubters and your naysayers, and they gotta realize, man, we people just like they are. We have emotions just like they do. And they say you're doing that little diet, you're doing that little workout routine, say things on the slide. And we feel that because we putting ourselves voluntarily through adversity to be able to lose weight, be able to get healthier, and it's uncomfortable. And so I totally feel where you're coming from. Everybody don't deserve the secrets. Everybody don't deserve the game. And so I understand. And so let's dive into you joined the coaching program. And what was the biggest thing that made you say, man, let me go ahead and jump inside with Coach Jay? What was that made you go ahead and jump off the fence?
Well, first you look the part, right? You
Mm,
gotta look the part, and then what you were saying, you're saying about the big ass stomach, just the message that you were giving off,
mm,
I was relating to. And
mm,
even now, the videos you put out now, I watch all of them. The big ass stomach behaviors, the stuff you said don't eat. I used to eat all that stuff. I'm like, that's why I was at that point now. It was no direction, was no structure, was no nothing. Even the grocery shopping before, I was just putting stuff in hungry. Now I'm going to the grocery store with the purpose. I know what I'm getting. I know, what to eat. And again, like you were saying with Chris, you can eat anything you want to. So, but
Yeah,
it's just you have to just pay attention to what you eat and how much you eat. That's
absolutely.
the difference.
That's right. That's right, man. You got the game. So everybody been waiting, Kataka. Everybody want to know, man. And so you've been in what, 8 months now? 8 months, I
Yeah,
believe.
since I guess it's March.
Mm-hmm. And so how much weight did you drop the first 12 weeks? And then how much have you dropped over the past well, let's say 3 months, the first 3 months, and then now 8 months, how much have you dropped up to this point?
So the first 12 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
it was like 20, 21 pounds. And
Nice.
that was just the food program. I didn't do the workout program at first.
That's right.
And then what I noticed with you, I'm gonna call you out, coach. See, I noticed what you do. You got all the bag of tricks. So what you do the first 12 weeks, you give us a little taste. I lost the 20. I said, man, I want to keep going. And that's what made me stand. I'm like, if I could lose 20 and I wasn't starving, I wasn't on no crazy diet, I wasn't on no, salads and all. I said, man, I think I can let me see how far this can go. And
Right.
then when I started again, you gave another bag of trick. I said, okay, I see what he's doing now. He got all this stuff, but he just kind of feeding you a little bit at a time to keep you kind of keep coming in. But yeah, so the first 12 weeks was 21 pounds, and then now I'm down 49 pounds.
Yes, sir. I'm talking about.
49, 49.
Yes, sir. Proud
Yeah,
of.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And
how
the thing is, I'm not starved. It's not like this is something that I can continue to do. It's not like no crazy diet. It's not like no crazy stuff. I can still eat whatever, and I'm still was eating the same thing I was eating before. It's just more
mm,
structure. That's all.
that's awesome, man. I'm so proud of you. Um, so how has life changed, man? Like you're 49 pounds down, like in what ways has dropping that weight impacted your life, like in a positive way? What have you noticed?
I didn't notice how people pay attention to you.
Mhm.
Like I said, I didn't tell anybody at work. So
Yeah.
it was all the compliments. Man, you lose some weight. Man, you look good.
Yeah.
Man, one guy even asked, was I taking the shot? I said, I know I made it. Now, if he asked me the shot, I said, no, man, I said, I'm just working out. I'm just eating right. So I think that definitely changed the most. Just, you never realize people watching you. You never realize the hate. The hate gonna come with it. I never
Yeah.
realized that too. This, that,
Yeah.
uh, that was another one. But that's pretty much about it. But yeah, I just really was aware of people watching how you move and what you do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the biggest thing.
Yeah, people are always looking, man. Even when we overweight, people be looking, but they just don't say nothing. One thing I've realized about people, people want, people that they know to do well, but they just don't want to do better than them. When they start seeing
Exactly.
a lot better than them, oh, now they feel uncomfortable. Now you know that
Right.
they're a little bit more distant. They don't talk to you as much like they used to. But with you being 51, like I noticed, that impact that it's had, like the attention. But have you noticed a change in like your energy, how you feel, like the way when you see yourself in the mirror, how your clothes fit? Even 'cause I know you have a family as well. Have you noticed any shifts or changes there too?
I'll tell you something funny with the clothing.
Yeah.
Um, a buddy of mine got married last year, so I bought a suit, had it, tailored fit.
Yeah.
So a month ago, I went to an event and I put on that same suit,
Uh-huh.
and I tell you, I look like Al Sharpton, man. I looked, the shirt was so big. I said, man, so that's when I knew I lost weight. The same, and I might put it in the Lions Den. I don't know, man. I might get some jokes, but it was like, wow, that's I really realized how much weight I lost. That same suit, it was crazy. That my knees going up the stairs,
Mhm.
not as bad. And the energy, definitely, feel good. And to tell the older people, even young, you want to be the best version of yourself because might have to take care of your family, you might have to take care of your parents, and you
Mhm.
want to have that energy and be in shape to do that because somebody may be dependent on you. or somebody may be looking at you, So I believe it's very important, and age is it's never too old or too late to start to do that now. Not at all.
Correct. Yeah, I'm right there with you on that. So since you've been inside the program, like what, 2 or 3 things have really like resonated with you that you found helpful inside the program, would you say?
The Lions Den, the community,
Mm-hmm.
for people who don't know, that's the community where all the members are in there.
Mm-hmm.
You have us post where we eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of open space where we can ask questions, concerns. And one thing I would say this about you too is you practice what you preach. Some of us would be like, yeah, how coach gonna tell us to do it? And you ain't doing it.
Right.
You're doing the same thing as us. So we can't say, coach, no, you posted meals, you posted workouts.
Yeah.
The second thing is the coaching calls. Um, that it's a place where you give us game. And I'll say this to the people who listen and watching. When you see the videos on Instagram and all that, to me, that's just a trailer to the movie.
Yeah.
Once you get into the program, now you see the movie. Now you see, say, oh, okay. It opens up to so much more. And those calls that we have, it opens up. You're open to us. Any questions, any concerns? You give us, free game, and you're open for us. You let us know, hey, I'm here. If you need anything, I'm here. It's no problem. Reach out to you.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I'm, I'm,
And the third thing, one more, is it's just you're not doing it by yourself. You got people don't understand. Like I was at the store the other day and walking by these chocolate covered almonds, and I just felt like I even picked it up. I'm looking at it. I'm like, that was my issue before. I would buy it and eat it, and I put it back down. So people who are not going through this, they don't understand. But people in the program understand the urges and things that you go through day in and day out. Like you were saying, you see the results, but you don't see what went on during the whole process to get to that point.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I'm glad you said that because everybody finds something different, helpful. But I've noticed people come for the results, but they stay for the community. They stay for the Lions Den. They stay for the check-ins and the calls as well. So I'm glad you said that. Um, I know somebody's listening right now, and they might be down their luck. They really want some things to change. They may be worrying, stressing about their health and the weight, things like that. What would be like, 2 to 3 things that you would share with them just based on your experience, like words of like some type of tips or advice to help them start to get in the right direction to dropping the weight?
I would say one, have a positive attitude. You
Mhm.
know, don't go into something thinking, oh, it's not going to work. I call them Debbie Downers.
Yeah,
Oh, their mind, they already, even before it started, they already lost. So try to go in with a positive attitude. And if you listen to coach, listen what he tells you to do, you can't fail. There's no way you can fail. And even if you're down on your luck, that day, that time you got the community support, you always tell us to reach out to you, um, and you deserve it. It's like, why not invest in yourself? Nobody else is going to do it. So why not? So, put everybody, this time be selfish for you. Don't think about anybody else, focus on you, better yourself. Now you can go back and help everybody else. You're lighter now, you're smaller, you got more energy. Now you can give more,
yeah.
because a lot of people, I'm sure, are depending on you and looking at you. So,
Man, that's $1 million worth of game right there.
yeah,
Because if you can't pour to nobody else's cup if you don't have anything in your cup. And so,
right.
man, I'm so happy you said that. And then the other side of it, the being positive. Like more than half of this game of being able to lose weight and keep the weight off is the attitude that we have towards life. and how we respond to adversity, how we respond to stress and overwhelm. And, I've noticed plenty of times where you may have just dropped 1 pound, and then some weeks you may not have dropped any. Same mindset, same positivity. And I know you may have felt some on the inside, like, wish I would have dropped a little pound or two. But the positive mindset and attitude, you went right back into the following week and you put up some numbers. 1 pound down, 2 pounds down, 3 pounds down. And so super proud of you for that. Okay. Um, so to close things out, man, it's somebody out there that's on the fence. They've been watching, maybe days, weeks, months, years at this point. Your boy been in the game for a while. What would you say to that person to get them off the fence? Because they know they need to make a change. They know they need to change something up. What would you say to get them off the fence to get them in action?
Uh, I knew you was gonna ask that question because I watched all the videos. I was ready for the answer for this. This is really important. I think the first thing is you have to have a conversation with yourself.
Mhm.
You have to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, are you ready to commit to the program? Because I'm sure you have people that make all these excuses, all the reasons why. And if you're going to make excuses, if you're not going to give 100% to the program, don't waste your time. Don't waste coach's time. Don't do it. If you say, no, I'm not, ready, so I'm not going to do it. But now if you say, you know what, I'm going to have faith. I'm going to look at the cup is halfway full. I'm going to go in with a positive mindset, put the ego to the side, because that's how some of us men, and that was with me. Like, man, I could do this, but I don't got to ask nobody. Put my ego to the side, humble yourself, and listen to coach. Follow the program. You got the community. You can't lose. Look at it like this. And I ask people this. I don't know if you ever do this.
Mhm.
I ask people, what is it that you wanted so bad that you worked hard for, you did overtime, and you finally got it?
Mhm.
Shoes, clothes, what is,
Yeah.
and this could be it. Just put all in, and it feels so good that I did the work myself. Of course, with your help in the program,
Mhm.
versus, let's say, a person who gets the surgery or gets the shot. No disrespect, that's your choice.
Mhm.
But some people that I know, they gain the weight back because they didn't put in the hard work.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I'm a big sports guy. I love basketball. I live in Chicago, so I'm a big Bulls fan, Jordan fan. That's me, right?
Right, right.
So I know you're a little younger than me, but I don't know if you remember when Jordan won the first championship, the first
Yeah.
one, right? And when he came into the league, I was eighth grade, so I watched him, and every time better worked in this game, right?
Hmm.
And so I look at, like, the members and the coaching, it's like winning a championship ring.
Right.
I dropped 20 pounds, I got one ring. Now I want another ring, right? And you look at, it's not about the ring, so it's about how you got the ring,
Oof.
what the work you put in, the struggles, the sweat, and that's why it feels so good. So I tell a person who's thinking about the program, vision yourself how you will look with that weight loss. Picture yourself in that bathing suit, that tank top, and once you got that vision, you say, okay, I'm ready to go. And
Oof.
then once you get in the program, man, you can't lose, you can't fail, you
Yeah.
can't.
Woo. Man, game on top of game. Love it. That's awesome. You got me thinking about this. There's this motivational speaker. I think his name is Inky Johnson. He used to play football and
Oh yeah, I need some Iggy Shuffle. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And what happened? He said something one day on one of his speeches. He said, people don't appreciate things until they go through the pain. And like when you work for what you got, when you work for the results, because it's no shame to people who do the Ozempic and the surgeries, but when you put in the work and you put in the time and effort, you have a different level of respect and appreciation for the process that you went through. And so it's not going to be easily taken away from you because you put in so much time, energy, and effort and sacrifices into it. And so,
Definitely.
I love the fact that you said that, man. I love the fact that you said that. Um, but yeah, man, I'm super excited about your future, Man, I appreciate you coming on today.
Oh,
Anything else you want to say, like any parting words or anything like that before we head out?
I wasn't paid to do this interview. It was great, and just just invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. You deserve it. Don't be afraid. Put your ego aside. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay you don't know, and have a honest conversation with yourself. Are you ready to give it 100%? Give it your all, because you have nothing else to lose. You
Man,
don't. You'll be good. It'll work out. Definitely.
love it, man. Mic drop right there, baby. Kataka, I appreciate you. Everybody who's listening, hope y'all found something helpful. There's plenty of gems in here for every single one of you. But my hope is that somebody who's listening right now, you make that decision to go out and change. Not just for yourself, but sometimes we have to do it for the people that we love and care about, the people who depend on us. And so with that said, y'all, we out of here. Until next time. Let go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.